start to wonder if I'll ever be enough. How small am I? I know that you'll be there, always be there in the rain or the sunshine. 'Cause when I'm in the darkness, I can find you when I look for the daylight. I know you. You're the one who is the places no one knows. You're the one who understands. You're the one that sees the way that I
You're the wind in my sails, you're the pull of the sea, you're the wish in the well, you're my faithful belief. If the whole wide world was offered to me, still you'd be all I need. You're the first of the year, a warm kiss in the cold. You're the whisper in my ear when I need it the most. If I was cast on an island and could only bring one thing, still you'd be all I need. All I need, I need. How do I say how much you really mean when I can't find no words to speak? Just know you're all I need. With a weight on your chest, I can feel it too. I'll take your worst and the best. I'll be there for you, like you're there for me. 'Cause you are all I need. All I need, I need. How much you really mean when I can't find no words to speak. Just know you're all I need. You're all I need. Oh, you're all I need. Oh, You're the wind in my sails, you're the pull of the sea, you're the wish in the well, and my faithful belief. If the whole wide world was offered to me, still you'd be all I need. Oh, you'd be all I need. If the Mona Lisa canvas ripped, I wouldn't care, 'cause I could picture you. If the Tower of Pisa finally tipped, well then you'd know how hard I fell for you. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom, 'cause I only care about one thing, you know. None of it matters as much as you matter to me. If the Big Ben Tower ceased to ring, it's okay, 'cause I could sing for you. If every flower went extinct, my heart would still be blossoming for you. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom, 'cause I only care about one thing, you matters as much as you matter to me. If everything changed, I'd say the same. Through any heartbreak, my love will remain. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom. 'Cause I only care about one thing, you know. No, none of it matters as much as you matter to me. No, none of it matters as much as you matter to me.
굿이요. 아, 이렇게 해주니까 너무 좋네. 너무 편해.
혼자 하는 것보다 훨씬 재밌어.
여기까지 가면 되겠다. 여기까지 더 흙이 없어. 보니까.
가져갈 망가질까봐.
그것 좀 옮겨줘봐. 아니 네가 좀 뭘 아는구나. 너무 예뻐. 오케이. 이거 심자.
너무 가깝잖아. 얘 뭐야?
얘 미니 백일홍인데 얘 개화기가 엄청 길거든.
미니 베개로?
키가 안 커서 장마철에도 쓰러지거나 이런 게 없어. 그거 저 화분에 심자. 아까 지금 캐낸 데다가.